I'm going to go through the board first. Diane, we'll let you go first. Go ahead.
Want me to go to the podium?
Yeah. Well, unless you want this. You can do the mic. You can do the mic.
Okay. All right. Squeeze. Okay. That's probably the loudest I've been all 4 years I've been here, right? Okay, so here I go. My name is my name is Diane McIntyre, and I live in 29E. Okay, and I've lived here for 14 years, and I've actually been on the board for 4 years, and prior to that, on the Mora board for 5 years. In addition, I've worked on multiple committees. Okay, the first thing I want to say is congratulations to those people who put their hat in the ring for the board. I think that you're very brave after this big fiasco that we've had this year. And I will truly tell you that I will be supportive of you in every way I can. Okay. I also will say that being on this side of the table and listening to folks, which is our responsibility, and our responsibility to think about the comments and try to improve them. So I actually am going to make a promise to the 3 people who remain on the board, or the 4 people who remain on the board, and the 3 new people.
3 minutes. Okay, I'm sorry.
Oh, okay. I thought he was going to cut me off already. Okay. I wore my best dress, Carlos. Okay, what I'd like to promise the new board and the old, the people who are staying on the board, is that when I'm on that side of the podium, I will not disrespect you. I will speak to you in a manner that is due every single adult, which means I won't swear at you, I won't yell at you, and I won't point my finger at you. Okay? Because that's the most disrespectful thing you can do to anyone. So, in addition, I'm going to give the board a little extra respect, because this is not an easy job up here. It's a worthwhile job, but it's not easy. Okay. My second comment is that there is a Friends of Monterey Facebook page. About 3 years ago, that came up as an opportunity. At that time, based on what our lawyer said and what the board decided, is we did not want to have an official Monterey Facebook page. But it was suggested that if people wanted to have a Facebook page, that would be great. But the purpose of that Facebook page was to say, hey, I was at a good restaurant last night. Who's a good plumber? Anybody got a doctor that was a cardiologist? It was never meant as an avenue or a venue to complain about people or to issue innuendos, especially from someone who no longer lives here. Now, the fact of the matter is, Chris Davis actually had a family emergency. Now, I don't know about the folks here, but I certainly know what I would do if I had a family emergency. I would be with my family, because that's my first priority. So for the people who jumped on the bandwagon and said, oh, this is a lack of transparency, this is, no one ever told me anything, I'm saying to you folks, use your brains. Don't jump on the bandwagon. Go to the people who know the answers. Don't listen to the rumors and the innuendos. So the fact of the matter is, I think we owe Chris Davis, number one, the best compliment we could ever give him, because he's worked so darn hard for the last 3.5 years getting the computer system to where it is, but maybe some sympathy for his family instead of critiquing. My third comment, did I get my 3 minutes yet? Oh, I'm good. I'm good. Okay, I'm good. All right. As a member of the board of directors, it's important that we make decisions that are based on the community's needs. Now, for the past 4 or 5 years, we've heard lack of transparency, secrecy, innuendos, gossip, untruth comments being made around the community. Okay, what I'm saying is, as a board, we've always tried to look at how do we improve transparency. And every year we've gotten a little better. Not maybe to the needs of all of you people, but it's been worked on every single year. Now, the fact of the matter with Carlos coming on in the new company, I think we have a golden opportunity to start over. He's decided that he will send a weekly text message to all board members, so they will get it all at the same time. There will be no one person who knows something before the other. Now, frankly, that's not going to happen for a while because we still have a lot of transition to make. Okay? But every board member knowing everything at the same time, it becomes the board's members' responsibility to follow up on those issues that they think need following up. My next suggestion is that we are a 12-month community. We only run a board meeting 6 months. I think with technology today, we need to run it 12 months. Okay? Now, I know that might be difficult for some people because they're gone. But again, with technology, I think at least one full-time person who's here would be very helpful to quench the rumors, to answer questions, because your responsibility is still to come to the board or to go to Carlos, not to the gossip in the pool or the gossip on the golf course or the gossip in the yoga class. So let's start over and plan that we want a community that cares about each other, not a community that is vibrating against each other. Thank you very much.
Pam? Chuck? Peggy?
No comments.
Bob?
Okay. You know, Diane and I sometimes have different opinions, and I respect your opinion, okay? But the only thing I had that I think I agree with her is that 12 months, board of directors, that's definite. I would think that's very good with the Zoom and everything else. We've done it before. I do it with other organizations, and it works out very well. However, she made a statement, don't take this too personally, a full-time director should be here, okay? Last year, a lot of turmoil. We had 5 here full-time. Nothing against any of the directors, but as far as making the statement, I think is discriminatory to say you have to be here full-time if you're a director or one person. I think that's discriminatory. If I'm not here full-time and I wanted to be an officer, I can't be that. I don't think that's true. I don't want to get in an argument with you, but that's my opinion.
Okay, I'm not arguing with you. What I'm saying is one person on the board should be a full-time resident, not 7. One person.
Yeah, we had 5 here last year and we had a different, so I don't think that, I don't want to argue the point, but I think it's a moot point, but I think it's discriminatory myself. But that's my here. I'm going to be here for one more meeting, so I have to feel what I have to say, right? We've had our differences before. We're no big deal. And you're going to have your differences. We still talk to each other, right, Diane?
Yes.
Okay, good. But that's my opinion. The only other thing I want to say is that we have these rules and regulations that we've met with myself, Diane McIntyre, Carol Grube, John McGee, Stephanie DiGastino, Kathy Mandel, and Paul LaBella, and we came up with some changes in the booklet, okay? I'm not going to read the changes, however, I will send it via email to all the directors showing the highlights that we have. I think most of the people know it because they were at the meetings, okay? So if the formality is that we approve these as a committee, now it's got to go to the board of directors for approval. Minor changes on it, it's not a real big deal, but they're all highlighted on there, so, and I'm not going to read the thing because everybody here had an opportunity to come to the meeting. We didn't have that many there, which is one of my pet peeves, but that's here and there. But everybody had a chance to come for their input, so as far as I'm concerned, the committee came with these, and hopefully the board of directors will approve it unanimously to get it through. That's why you have committees. And that's why I urge people to go to different committees, throw your 2 cents out, and it might happen. So that's it. That's all I have to say. And I've been on the board 10 years, off 2 and on 2. So 12 years, 74 years old, I got to retire. Thank you. You thought I was older, huh?
Last night, I'm going to stick up for the board here. Last night, there was some comments made that the board was physically irresponsible. Okay, we're going to save money on this board. Okay, you're going to save $75. Well, in order to save $75, you'd have to knock $450,000 out of the budget. That's not going to happen. Okay, unless our insurance comes down and stays where it is right now, your maintenance is not going to go down. There's people working on the insurance right now to try to get the price of it down. I've already talked to other brokers. I talked to one for our liability insurance, which we budgeted $108,000 for. It came in at $120,000 this year. Okay, and it's the same thing with the property insurance. The broker that I was talking to could not come up with a better price. He said, stay where you are. Okay, whether that'll happen with the property insurance, he's also working on the property insurance. There's other people that have got feelers out there looking into this. Okay, so everybody knows. We aren't letting just anything go and just paying the price. There's people looking for stuff. One of the things it was also mentioned that our HOA fees went up. Okay, I'm going to give you an idea of what the HOA fees were. In 2012, they were $449. In 2013, they went up $5. In 2014, they went up $13. In 2015, they went up $17. In 2016, they went up $4. In 2017, they went up $2. In 2018, they went up $3. In 2019, they went up $7. In 2020, $8. 21, $32. Okay, overall average, it was average about $10 a year for those years, a little over $10 or $11. I don't think that's unreasonable. Things are going up. If we can keep prices under control, we would, but we can't. If you think that you're going to do something with insurance, maybe, maybe not. Okay, there's a lot of stuff going out there. When Damien was here, we put 35% into the budget this year. Okay, we're here. There's all kinds of rumors going on around out there. Don't believe any of the rumors unless we have it on paper. Plain and simple. When the policy comes through, we'll know what we're going to get. Hopefully it'll come through. It'll be a lot less. I don't think it's going to be, but that's just my opinion. We still only have $30 million worth of coverage. We're supposed to have $58 million of coverage. If that coverage goes back up, I would say the premium's going to go back up. But you know what? That's here or there. Maybe it will, maybe it won't. I don't like people attacking the board, saying we're physically irresponsible, because I'm going to tell you something. I don't see a lot of people at these budget meetings or finance meetings. Very few. Very few owners, let alone people that are running for the board right now. Okay, that makes a big difference. If you don't know what's going on in the inner workings of this place, you might just as well keep your mouth shut as far as I'm concerned, because I don't think it's right. Okay, don't say, you got one person saying you're going to save $75. Well, you know what? We got over $500,000 that we're going to have to spend on these buildings because of an engineer report. We aren't letting things go. I mean, if you guys want $20,000 special assessments, no problem. We can get the stuff done. I mean, just don't make comments, and like Diane said, don't listen to the pool gossip, don't listen to the golf gossip. You want to know something, come to the board or come to the office. I've said that for years. I've got a few more days on this board, 15, 16 days, and I'm done. This is a tough job up here. Nobody realizes until they're up there, okay? You would not believe the phone calls that I get from people swearing at me and everything else. What Chris had to go through when he was in there as a manager. I listen to it, I know. Okay, just so the people know out there, don't think that this board lets things go.
I just got a quick question. Anybody here is running for the board? Thank you for coming. It's really nice of you. Okay, the floor is open. Anybody has a question? Anybody has a comment?
will tag on, Ed Blottenberger, 19C. I'm also co-building rep for Building 19. And I will tag on with one thing that several people here have already stated, and they're right in line with that as far as I'm concerned, is that yes, there's been too many meetings where they have been inappropriately attacked. And that definitely needs to stop. We all certainly can voice our opinions, and we should be helping offer constructive opinions in a cordial manner. They don't need to be attacked. And I tell you what, me on behalf of anybody from my building that has ever attacked you guys, my sincere apologies, because you didn't deserve any of it. Now, having said that, I will tell you this, there's several things I do want to discuss. One is about the voting. I thank Maura for putting on the presentations they do. I'm a realtor from Honolulu, and I will tell you, it's a rare occurrence that we ever have an opportunity before we vote to listen to potential board of candidates. And that's an excellent thing to have, and I certainly appreciated it. I will tell you this, that I would suggest that all of us take that information and vote wisely. For the last couple months, I've been going to different open houses. As a realtor, I've been talking to other realtors, get a feel for what's going on in the community. And from what I see going on here, yeah, we're a yacht club that has to upright our ship. I mean, we have been going down the wrong path. And again, it's not the board's, I mean, what's been thrown at this board with the insurance and all the things going on in the industry is not an easy task to handle, okay? But it's a task that needs to be handled. And so what I'm suggesting is that from the meetings I went to at the open houses, I mean, there's been different associations that the board meetings turned so horrible that they had to call the police. I mean, so that's what's going on in the industry. And so, and then another situation that happened was a association got hit with a roof assessment because they wanted to come in compliance with the insurance. And when they got hit with that assessment, they did the roofs, and they found out afterwards that the way they did the roofs did not comply with the insurance. So they had a big mess with that. And that's why it's very important to who we're voting to make sure that's on this board, because these are things that need to be aware of and of course worked on. I attributed that a board of director needs to be a bulldog. There's got to be somebody that is inherently their courage, and they won't back down from challenges. And in my opinion, that part of a challenge is recognizing what needs to be fixed. And so I think that direction for the new board, again, my thanks to the board that's leaving, we've got a new board coming in, that they make a point to recognize what needs to be fixed, and then of course figure out ways to fix it. And it's not just them, it's us as owners. We see problems where we can contribute. But contribute nicely, volunteer. A lot of it's going to be on the Finance and Budget Committee, because obviously a big elephant here has been the insurance and has been the high maintenance fees. That has rang out loud and clear from every agent I've spoke with here locally about our complex. And so that needs to be looked at. There's 38 units for sale, 1 in escrow, 19 of them have lowered their prices. There's an issue here, and that needs to be fixed. Why all these units are coming for sale and just 1 is sold. I mean, that's something we need to work on. Now, I will tell you that yes, this board has allowed me to be part of the insurance aspect. And through the help of Ron Longo and Chuck, they've given me the latitude and the information I needed to help them with that, from the perspective of my background being real estate and dealing with insurance people. Now, we're not far enough along to discuss specifics, but I will tell you everything that we've gotten in so far has been favorable. We will know the specific numbers with the Finance Committee and the Budget Committee. At this point, the renewal for our insurance is due May 10th. We usually I talked to the insurance guy this morning, 45 days from that, the end of March, we will actually have our invoice to see how much relief that's going to be. It's not going to be the whole relief that we're going to solve our problems, There's a lot more that goes with it, but it's a step in the right direction. And I want to thank this board for allowing me to be part of that.
Thank you.
Is there a way you could give us a form letter that we can send to our representatives as a community that we can put pressure on at all? Something we can do as individuals?
As a community, we should be. I had suggested that meetings ago. I actually sent a letter to the governor.
Can you, sometimes it's easier for people if we have a form or a post that we can copy, send, and add our little inserts to, and it might make it easier for them. And that's just a suggestion, because if they get bombarded, we might get more results.
I'd certainly be happy to be a part of that.
Thank you.
Bob Rondelay, 14B. I want to talk for a minute about the paint job on the wall in the back. There was a quote, they quoted that they were going to put a coat of primer and 2 coats of paint on the wall. And they didn't. They put 1 coat of paint on the wall. That was it. And I took a video of that, and I sent the video to Chuck and to Carlos. If you owned a home and you had a quote that included 3 coats of paint and only 1 was put on, would you be dissatisfied? No. So my suggestion is that we approach the vendor with, probably a solution would be to have them paint the back wall for nothing.
Okay, I'm going to take these, I'm sorry.
Do you have any idea what a wet film wheel or wet film comb is? Or an ectometer? Just asking a question.
Well, I have a video of it. And they,
Okay. A video, I know, and that's one of the things that the board was talking about, the talking on the pool, the talking on the golf course. I want to invite you to take a look on the board. We, basically, by we means the association, we call Sherwin-Williams and request a test on the wall. Want to make sure that we pay according to what we, they send us a report. The wall is being painted correctly. So they'll give us the warranty and everything is okay. We didn't allow the company to request that because we went independent. If we allow the company, hey, I'm gonna call these people, no. Let us call, the paint was Sherwin-Williams. Let's bring these people and find out if they did a job according to what we request. I know that you have a video and everything, but according to what is coming from Sherwin-Williams, not the painters, the paint was painted correctly. You got to copy the report on the board. And please, if anybody has questions about those things, those are the things, most of this stuff is going to be done. We're not going to pay, and I appreciate that because it brought to our attention, so that's why we have to call somebody and say, hey, let us know if this is correct or not. And we have it. Anybody else, please? Don't be shy.
I'm not.
I know.
Okay, I have 3 minutes, right? Okay. Okay, Diane, you mentioned the communication committee and Chris Davis. Thank you, Chris, for all you do. How many are on the communication committee?
There are 2 active people and 5 inactive.
So,
I'm the liaison.
okay, so my question is, he had an emergency. God forbid if something should happen to him. Who would be able to step in his shoes and do what he does?
Okay, I'm going to quickly say no one.
No one.
No one. No one on that committee has the ability to run the video in the computer, which is why he said it the other day. He needs volunteers. And we now, I mean, as younger people move in, they have much more
I
technology than we do.
I thought Carla knew a lot about it.
Carla has not been an active member of that committee since
Oh.
about three weeks in.
Okay, so maybe we need to contact Carla because she seems to have a lot of knowledge. Okay.
I'd be glad to contact her because I am a
Please do.
liaison.
Yeah,
Okay.
because, you know, we need a backup. The other thing, Monterey on the other side, buildings 50, 51, they should be a mirror image of what we have here. If we get flowers, they get flowers. The other thing is, if you're driving from Publix on Palm City Road and say we're going to rent it out for a wedding reception, turn into Monterey, you cannot see that sign on the wall, which means then they're going to pass the entrance, they have to go over the bridge, make a U-turn way up there, come back, make a U-turn on Canner, come back. Now if they miss it again, they'll probably say, the heck with it, we're going home. Can we not get a little sign lower that says Monterey Yacht and Golf, buildings 50, 51? And put it where, because you cannot see it unless you train your brain, the blinking light where, Ron, you have that put in the walkway. There's been so many missed deliveries. Then they come in here, they can't really read that sign, so they drive around here. It sounds like a simple fix.
Somewhat. The GPS puts everything in here. They do not go over there. The GPS will not put you over there. Could we
Right.
put a sign out there? Sure we could. I mean, whether it'll help or not.
Just
I
a
don't know.
lower
Yeah.
sign.
You know.
If we're gonna start renting that yacht club out, you know, like if you're headed for a wedding reception, I think they'd be a little upset if they missed
Yeah.
it. So, it's something to think about.
Okay. One of the things I wanted to say, what Chris does in there, that's not a priority. It's not, we don't have to do that, okay? It doesn't have to be done. If we don't have volunteers, he volunteers a lot of his time in there,
Yeah,
obviously,
I know,
okay?
right.
And there's other people that should step up to the plate and at least try to help out. And we're not getting that anymore. I mean,
Okay.
that's a thing of the past. I mean, you know, you got Peggy knows a little bit about it, but not enough to keep it going. Am I right, Peg? Am I?
Well, there were a
Enough.
few roadblocks put
Yeah.
away with the new sound
Yeah.
equipment that I haven't been trained
Okay,
on.
well, it
So, I mean,
sounds like
Some of the meetings
something,
did not
It is complicated. I mean, it's
Okay.
not simple, so you gotta have a little bit of technical background. I mean, if anybody wants to step right up to the plate and go in there, let them train you.
let's reach out to Carla,
You know.
maybe she will. Okay. Has anyone else in here gotten an email, blank email, from a board member at 8:23 a.m. on February 9th? Can you pass that down? And maybe I can get an explanation. This came on my husband's work phone.
I'm not up that early, so. It's not me.
He is an employee of a company in Orlando. There's no message,
Scan.
but nobody else got it. I don't understand.
Try to scan.
Was there anybody the email?
We didn't open it. We didn't click on anything.
No, it was mine.
Oh, okay, but is
But
there,
I was just I had set it up as a draft, but I never came back to it to send an email.
but why would you send it to his email? That's his business
Because that was the only
phone.
one I had from you. I've communicated
correct.
with you in the past, and that's when
A text. That's okay, don't do it again. It's cease and desist on that.
It was an error.
That was, that's his work, he still
that's
works
fine.
part-time, and his employer actually called him about that and was wondering, so,
No,
So do me a favor, stop at the office and ask Albert to remove his email from the list.
okay, that's
So add for
perfect.
another email, maybe your email, did you want to receive emails?
We send emails to you, you respond, we send them to Chris.
No, that's like,
I get that, that's the only one I ever got, but anyway,
it's an old one, that's
just
all.
don't,
So my
just,
apologies to you.
okay, thank you, I appreciate that. Okay, so, one more minute?
you think 30 seconds.
Okay. Okay, I understand we're trying really hard to correct the walkways that have peeled.
What are you talking, I'm sorry?
There are walkways that have
Yes.
peeled. Okay, so we're correcting that.
Yes.
Okay, so the first time that wasn't guaranteed, and so now we're paying again to have, who's doing the walkways to repair? The maintenance? Okay, so we're paying them out.
No, you're not paying anything extra. They're doing it the time that they're working here in the community.
Okay,
Yeah,
so,
they gotta pay their salary to do it.
correct. All right, never mind, we're gonna put that behind us. All right, thank you so much, I made my point. Yeah, that's the one we have.
Don't be shy. Come have fun. You're gonna be video.
Hi, everybody. I'm Sam Mandela from 30E. I've been here for a long, long time, and I've seen a lot of changes. I hope we're going to get back the way we were before. Okay? I want to volunteer my time regarding beautification. We're having a hard time with people, volunteers. I'm one of them that I want to do it. I have volunteered in Monterey for many, many things, and I accomplished a lot of good things, okay? So this is another thing that I would like to get in. Who do I have to go to? And I need to know if that's okay today, not tomorrow, and open to everybody. Second, I understood what you said, Pat, about the sidewalks. I feel the same. Carlos, what she meant was somebody got paid for the sidewalks, okay? Now you're going to have our employees redoing the sidewalks. They are on the payroll. I understand that very clear. But if it was a company like the wall, you're going to go back to the wall, to the painting company and get them redone. Would you get the employees to redo it?
Let me be honest.
Please.
Who paid that for me?
Yes.
At this point, it's my responsibility to maintain the community. I'm responsible for the wall was painted when I was working here.
Yes, sir.
That, I don't know who painted it.
I understand.
And the report that I have on file, it doesn't say who painted, so that's why
Mhm.
our employees are maintaining the community. It was something that was done, we'll find out, I will come fix that.
It's like a few years ago, okay, somebody had a painting, they hired somebody from inside to paint the laundry rooms, okay? And the laundry rooms were done really, really bad, okay? It was a company. It was Chris's friend that painted them, okay? So Chris hires another company to repaint the sidewalk, the laundry rooms. To me, there was a double paint, double dipping, okay? That's wrong. So what Pat meant, let's go back to the person that got paid. This is a company. Let's do it right. You know, I'm not asking for anything. Ron says regarding the HOA, we have to watch pennies to make dollars, okay? Penny makes dollars. I ran a company. I had my own business, and that's what I did. We cannot let anybody go. I don't care if it's $10 or $100. You get paid. I want your service to be done right. That's all I'm asking. We cannot let things go and do it right the first time. That's all. But anyways, I would like to know if I will get to the beautification, and I want to do it because I've done a lot of volunteer from the fountain to the tent and a lot of stuff in Monterey. And I'm not the only one, okay? I want everybody to get back together and be a family. Don't just say we are a family. We really not. I believe when I do something, I don't do it for Sam Mandela, Kathy Mandela, okay? I do it for all of us, okay? If I want to save money, it's not about me. It's about all of us, okay? Thank you.
Sherwood Williams sense the community? Because I see that everybody is a little quiet today.
Okay. Okay, on February 12th, 2024, this came from Sherwin-Williams. I visited 1991 Southwest Palm City Road to test the exterior paint thickness on the perimeter wall. Super paint exterior of Lexan acrylic conditioner clear primer were the products which were used and have a DFT of 3 mils. DFT tests were performed on the prosthetic instrument, and in total, 10 readings were taken across the various sides of the perimeter of the wall. The film thickness varied from 4.5 mils to 7.7 mils. Overall average DFT of the perimeter wall across 10 readings was 4.8 mils. The recommended dry film thickness for one coat of paint is 1.5 mils. For 2 coats, it's recommended 3 mils. The average reading across the perimeter of the wall was 4.8, so there's close to 3 coats of paint on that wall, okay? When they do these walls, they spray them, they lay the paint right on, and they back roll them. So there's plenty of paint on the wall. I don't think that's an issue. A lot of people think that, I mean, it's just like when you spray a car. They don't go back the next day and put a second coat on it. It's all done in one day, so. Anybody else? Go ahead.
You want us to bring the podium to you, Jimmy?
Watch this one, it's going to be real short. Question. What you said plus what the other gentleman said, you said 3 coats of paint. The other gentleman said that he only saw them put on 1 coat of paint. Are the 3 coats of paint the total paint down the concrete block? No. It's just the recent paint. Thank you.
Yes. That's how I picture it.
Reason was I usually can't shut up.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Is there a warranty on the wall?
Oh, sure,
Plus
yeah.
appeal?
That's why we had this done, yeah.
Okay, so we don't have a warranty on the walkways?
No.
And that was done, were we all informed that that was gonna be done? I'm a snowbird, so I was not. I'm sorry.
That's water over the dam as far as I'm concerned right now. We went through the process for everything, and it is what it is. I mean, plain and simple. Go ahead.
Actually, I'm now speaking for Ann Christmas. She would like me to say she has now taken over the chip shots, and she would appreciate if people would send in articles because the chip shot is due to come out very soon. So, everybody send your information in.
And I have one quick, while Vicki is getting up to the podium, I would like to remind everybody that we are having the Monterey clothing sale down in the activity room. It is going on today, so after you're done, please stop by and check it out and buy what you want. And then also, for other days, check the bulletin boards and 99 for the times that they will be down there. One other thing, there's going to be a hot wire education class again for those that want to either refresh or those that missed the first one. It's going to be Monday the 26th at 10 a.m. and there'll be posters up there for that.
Good afternoon or morning. I'm sure the board really wants to know everything I have to say about Glow Ball. First off, thank you all for supporting ladies golf and letting us go out there and play last week in the freezing cold. The wind chill factor was probably 20. 44 brave ladies came out and played the game, which was no heaters. I want to thank Ron Patrick, our head ranger, who got us some help. We had 4 rangers out there. We had Paul, and I hope I say your last name right, Paul, K. Joes? Just Joes? Okay. Paul, he came up to check it out because the men are going to do glow ball. He didn't have any idea what we were doing. I said, we need somebody to drive a cart. And he volunteered and he helped out the ladies golf, and we appreciate it. Also, Mark Mamo, he drove one of the carts and made sure the ladies were safe crossing the walkway at N3, because you hear rumors that somebody fell in last year. Nobody fell in last year. And Chuck Parks, also, he had a Rangers cart, and he helped the ladies over on the other side. We played 4 holes each, because the board said only 4 holes. Each lady only played 4 holes. Every lady signed the waiver. I don't know what you want me to do with those. I kept them in a box that says Glow Ball. Hopefully you'll approve us to go forward for next year, because I think the ladies really enjoyed that night. And hopefully we'll do it in January so it's darker. And we had a couple good ideas given to us for the evening. So I don't know if you want us to present that to the board again next year to say, can we continue, or every year? Okay. Well, thank you very much for listening. And thank you all for helping us. We really did have a good time. Can't depend on the weather, I guess.
Do you have your landscape lights? Vicky, do you have your landscape lights?
What's that?
Do you have your landscape lights?
Landscape light.
They came up missing.
We purchased landscape lights to put by the tees, the red tees, because the red tees were moved forward, because those balls don't go very far. And I had them out in front of my condo to be charged up. I went to Fritos for an hour. I come back from Fritos, and they're gone.
Oh, we found them.
Ron found them
We found
the
them.
next day. But this next time we'll have more lighting. Thanks again for supporting ladies golf.
Somebody was hiding. They picked them up. They picked them up by mistake. They thought they were trash. Which could be when you set stuff out in front. That happens.
Okay, just quickly, thanks for, like I say, thanks again for the candidates. I'm glad to see some of them here now. But if I was you, whether you win or lose or whatever, in this order, you should get familiarized. I said it over and over again. Don't go in cold. It's a lot to learn. You can't learn it all. I've been 12 years. I still don't know everything, not half of everything. But anyway, the Florida State Statute 718. Get familiarized with them. They're all on a computer, very easily to follow. The next order is our condo documents. Our condo documents are in the office there. Those are our Bible, okay? Anytime you want to change your document, you have to have 256 votes to change one item in a document. So it's very, very difficult to change the documents. Because people came up to me, so we want to do this, do that, and I said, well, if you read your bylaws or your documents, you say you can't do it because you need 256 votes. Get used to it, okay, on those. Like I say, the bylaws are incorporated with the documents. The rules and regulations, that's this little booklet here. I'm sure everybody memorized it. That is back there. You can request them from the office. And the last one is the resolutions. There's a book, the resolutions. If you can keep track of all that, man, very good. You can't know it all, though, but don't get discouraged. Take a piece at a time, and you'll see the prevalent or certain situations are going to happen over and over and over. So you're going to use quite a bit of the, not all the whole documents, you're going to use certain sections where you're going to keep going back to them. It's not that difficult if you can read and follow directions, okay? And the main thing is 718 of the Florida State Statutes. Go right on there. What do you want to know? Boom, 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 boom. Go in there and you'll find it. Thank you.
One other thing. Come to the finance and budget meetings, please.
Hi, I'm Kathy Mondello, 30E. I have a question about Pond 1. What's going on with all that wood along the side of it? Can anybody tell me? The little stakes that are along the Gulf side of Pond 1? What's going on with that? Somebody said, I heard gossip, that it had started falling in. Is it true?
Kevin, yes.
Okay.
So we bring in the people that dig the pond to give us another estimate to fix it.
Okay.
Waiting. He came already with one. I told him it was breathing, it was too much. So he came already with the second one, it's still too high. We're waiting for the third one.
Okay, keep going.
We need to fix it, but we're not gonna basically put all the money.
My other question about that pond is it had a fountain in it and a light. Is that coming back?
It's coming back, but we need to be sure that every single pond is correctly, and there's some part, there's new ponds that they're coming in. We're waiting for those ponds.
Okay, thank you.
Anybody else has anything to do today? I'm waiting for the next speaker.
Oh, I think that was something, I'm sorry. First of all, I agree the board job is a hard job, very hard job, and thank everybody for their work. I said it's a very hard job, and thank you for your work. Would you like me to bow?
No, thank you. Thanks, Kip.
The hug, salute, all of the above, because I get it. I've been on boards, I get it. I've been a property manager, I get it. I understand it's not easy when you have everybody coming at you. Carlos, Ron has a list of every name of who paid what walkway. He has a list. He has a list of who painted every walkway. You had said you did not know who painted what walkway. He has a list of every list of it. It was on the ledger. Second of all, this is for you, Carlos. The portal calendar, what's included on it, I'm getting on there and I'm trying to navigate it because it's a really cool tool, really cool instrument. On the calendar, will it have the meetings and everything on that calendar there? Will it have everything going on in this community on that calendar too? Because sometimes I love our Channel 99, but I get on it and it takes a long time to go through it and it's like, oh crap, I missed that one. And I gotta go back and watch it again. And I just thought it would be really awesome if it's all incorporated on there. I don't know if that's a possibility.
We're working to put as much information on the website, and eventually it's going to be there.
Okay, cool. The other thing, it says board certifications. What does that mean? Does that mean your certification? Does it mean their certifications? What does that mean?
The board.
Okay, so we should have posted on there right now the 4 remaining certifications that they did at the beginning of the year?
We still have all the certification that Chris left. Everything is transitioning to that.
It just hasn't been uploaded yet?
Yeah, but some of those, those documents are going to be available.
Okay, so everybody that joined the board last year, their certifications will be on there, and we'll have everybody's
Will be
certification.
there, and
Okay,
the people that they're on the board, but
got it.
Chris is telling me that they already have it on the website. The other
Yeah,
website.
but I'm talking their website. I could never get on, I don't know why I can't get on the other one, but I just haven't been able to. Okay. The other thing is, I had a question. We're working really hard on these walkways, and I get it. And my poor mom's, it's been painted, it's bubbling again. It's painted, it's bubbling again. And I feel like we're patching little parts of it, but we almost need to sand that whole square. Because it's just some way moving. I mean, even yesterday he patched the other bubbles, but I went and there's more bubbles. And I don't know why.
I think the best way is wait a little, because the humidity, basically, the weather has to help us out.
Yeah, the weather has to help us. I agree.
We need to warm up that slab.
I agree. I agree with you 100%, as long as we just keep it going. My phone went out, and I don't know my other notes here that I had questions about. The date. I know they said not to do the portal till the 15th went on it. It let me upload everything for paying the HOA fees, but the calendar on it has the first date that you can pay is on the 2nd of the month. It doesn't let you. After the first, the first is X'd off. On the top, it says due date is on the 1st, but on the calendar, it starts on the 2nd that you can pay. So I don't know how to correct that, and I just...
I will double check with the office.
Thank you.
Regarding that, because it should give you from the 1st to the 6th
No, it doesn't get,
5 to the 6, because that's the last day you
right,
can make
for late
payments
pay.
to the community.
The first date it gives you is the 2nd. Okay, has anybody else gone on? Okay, so I just didn't know how to work that out because I have a mother who likes to pay everything on time before it's due and all of that, and I was setting hers up. Okay. On the communication, sorry I didn't make that meeting. I was taking Mama to the doctor's. But is there a cliff note of what was changed, or how do we find out, or how do I go about finding that out on your on your document? Yeah, how do I find out what you're changing? I didn't get to go to the meeting.
Next meeting will be written out, and also they'll be in the office there to make copies if anybody needs.
Okay, but it was specifically. Okay, but will it? Okay, but will I have to read through the whole thing, or specifically? Okay, you highlighted it. That's what I was asking. Just so we know what changes, and it just is a cliff note. Well, I read it. Okay, I'm somebody.
If anybody wanted to have a copy, but let me tell you, it's 25 cents per copy. So I don't think you want to have a copy when you can have it digital for free.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Doesn't make any sense.
That's true.
Get on the portal.
For free, yes.
Yeah.
And there's going to be our website, Watson Property Management. You're going to go over there and look for properties, look for your property, and you're going to be able to have all the documents to download for free. So it doesn't make any sense.
Thank you. Those were my questions. I appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Hello, everybody. I'm Chuck Parks, 45D. I got a couple comments and things I want to talk about. Right now, there's a lot of talk going around about our exterior doors and stuff. Well, I myself are getting contractors and Lowe's and people out here to start getting prices. Carlos has been working on it pretty hard. Right now, we have like probably 14 doors. They date back to 2022, okay? Which is ridiculous to me. That we could have got all the doors done this year with no problem, but evidently they weren't top priority. So you guys are gonna have to bear with us a little while. I'm working on it, Ron's working on it, Carlos is working on it, other people are working on it to try to get the contractors in here. There's been problems with some of the doors that shouldn't have been installed, and that's gonna have to be corrected also. So anyway, just bear with us. We're working on it, we're trying to get it done. I know people have been waiting since 22, and I understand their frustration. I would be that way too. Okay, another thing I want to bring up is what Sam was talking about as far as the landscaping and stuff. I've been here 10 years. Probably the first 7 or 8 of those 10 years, every Monday we had a group meet down here and go out and volunteer and plant plants, work around the condos and everything looked really good. Now we don't have that anymore, so we're paying more money because they use to plant plants, they used to do a lot of stuff. So far our budget for the landscaping committee seems to be going up every single year. And I don't understand that really, especially when you have volunteers, like probably 12 people I would imagine showed up on Mondays and volunteered and went around and planted plants, and now we're paying somebody to plant the plants that we're planting. You know, to me, that's a waste of money. You know, we're trying to save money here, save money there. I think we ought to get back to the old way and have the volunteers that enjoyed it. Some of them, that was their exercise for the week. So I really think that maybe that should be something we need to really look into. No, it wasn't COVID. No comment.
They just stopped, and people stopped doing it. We need volunteers for everything. Getting older.
I was told the reason, but it's hearsay, so I'm not going to say the reason. But anyways, let's try to get back to where the people used to do it. It's going to be hard because some of the people who use a volunteer go and play golf on Mondays now because they had no landscaping to do. So, but anyways, I appreciate it. Thank you.
Anybody else? Okay, we got one more. We got another one coming up.
I'm Carol Leininger. I probably don't need this mic, but I'm in 37E. I had taught senior high math for 38 years, and I got paid for talking, so 3 minutes is going to be tough. But the first thing I'd like to say, I remember at one time, we bought here in 2009, we used to have some of the meetings in the evening. Sometimes some people are so involved in so many things here during the day, trying to make a meeting is tough. Now, if you do the meetings, you have to work around Jeopardy. You cannot have a meeting during Jeopardy time. But maybe we should try that again. Do you remember when we used to do that?
Nobody showed up.
Oh.
Nobody ever showed up for him. We had one guy that specifically wanted him at night because he worked during the day and he never came to one of the meetings. Never. No, I mean.
I was hoping maybe that would
That
help
was
to
what
get
the
some
issue was,
people
yeah.
out again. And what's bad sometimes when we have the meetings in here, we have people getting coins, and it's so hard to hear. You know, I don't know that it would work better to take it to the yacht club either. Another thing I wanted to mention, I was one of those volunteers that would show up for the beautification. And we used to have sometimes like 15. And we had, I think sometimes we had like 4 carts going out. We'd have 3 people going out on the carts. And a lot of us just walked. So that really has died off. And we took care of things and we saved money. Being a teacher, we had to learn how to stretch the dollar. I mean, you really did. And one of the things we used to do in beautification is we would do transplanting, and we would take a plant, turn it into 4 plants, and then take it out. And I think we have to return to that. And people are saying, oh, it's a couple bucks. Well, beautification is more than a couple of bucks right now. And I've had several people come up to me recently, because I was the first female that got on beautification. I could go out and dig with the best of the men. And, we just have to do something, and that really helped with the camaraderie. We've gotten away with people being nice to one another, and we really had a good time doing that kind of thing. And if we can go back to that, it was fun and we were saving money. And I think we have to look into that. But I've had several people come up to me and ask why certain trees were taken down from around their place. I noticed coming across from number 3, the bananas aren't there. I always enjoyed looking at that. I can't tell them why things are disappearing because I don't know. I'll get away from the mic.
Bananas bring rats. If anybody wants rats, just let me know. We can plant a couple bananas in front of you. Yeah, that's one of the nuisance that bring you bananas with rats. One of the things that I always appreciate to have people volunteering, and I want as many possible. Beautification is very important. We love to have more people in there, but remember, those plants that you're planting are for the association. It's not your little baby that you're dropping in there. It's not my honey, I'm gonna take care of you for 20 years. Because if start getting diseases or anything that has to be removed, I got somebody here 2 days ago, Friday, almost killed me because they cut a little of the tree. So, why? Who told you? Wait, what are you talking about, first of all? So that is important. Remember that part. I want to have as many people helping us out because it helps with the cause. I'm not going to deny that part. And somehow we can save money. Some other way is I don't want to have any kind of liability. That's why I oppose to the people painting the wall over there, because it's a lot of liability. We have another wall that need to be painted. There's no volunteers for that wall. So that's it. Guys, thank you for coming. Enjoy your, don't go too fast home, okay? Go slowly, talk to your neighbors. Remember, downstairs they're gonna have the shirts, the uniforms. If anything that you need, stop by over there. Next week we're gonna have the managed meeting. If anybody wanna come, you can express yourself the same way today. I will let you know. It's going to be enough time to notify. I will ask the committee today to put it in there. If you give me a second, I can tell you right now what's the date. Just give me a second. I put it in my
I want to say one more thing. Today is the last day for bocce breakfast ticket sales. If anybody still hasn't got them and want them, this is it. This is the last day. I got some with me. We sold a few. We got about 110 sold. But it's from 8:30 to 11:30 on the 18th. A great breakfast, and we dropped the price to $10 this year instead of $12. Okay. Thank you.
Yeah.
I have like 25 tickets left. I was gonna sell some tomorrow. I'll
Beth.
be here till about 12 o'clock if you wanna buy any today.
Okay, March Madness also downstairs. We got a lot of openings there. I would suggest everybody check that board. There's so many things going on. But March Madness is March 4th to the 18th.
Managers meeting the 19th.
The managers meeting is the 19th, February 19th.
What meeting is that?
Managers meeting.
Oh, the managers meeting. That's the
Managers meeting.
Managers meeting is the 19th. Next.
Yeah,
the
his
next-
meeting.
Carlos.
Ours is the 20. Board of Directors meeting is the 27th?
27th.
Yeah.
Hey, excuse me again. I got one more quick thing. The we had 2 bocce plaques down in the activity room. After the meeting, I went through there yesterday, and one of them is missing. So if anybody borrowed a bocce plaque that we just bought last year, if I could get it back, that would be really nice. I don't know where it went. It was there in the morning, but last night after I left, we only have one there. So if anybody, I thought maybe some of the bocce ladies might have taken it to have something made or something. But if you know where it is or see it anywhere, let me know. I would appreciate it. Thank you.
The managers meeting is at 10 a.m. in the morning. The 19th, Monday the 19th, yep.
It's a Monday.
Yep. The board meeting will be the 27th at 10 a.m.
For the manager meeting, if you want to bring coffee, donuts, everything, I will take it.
Hey, no tip jars.
It's going to be only my time.